and I am here today with another special guest. Now, Heather Stafford, we've got this official intro, but I'm just going to call Heather the ultimate tech ninja, and not because she's got amazing tech skills, although she does. It's because she's really smart about building a team that makes it so she only has to do what she has to do and lets everybody else specialize in what they specialize in and make the magic happen. But today, first of all, welcome, Heather.
Thank you.
And second of all, I want to dive into a topic that has been on a lot of people's minds with current happenings, where I won't say the big word, but you know, we're in some uncertain times, and there's a lot of questions. And today I would love to dive into exactly what, from your perspective, what you see businesses can do who are now facing things like, having to close their doors for, the foreseeable future, because we don't know timelines on things for sure. What can they do? People that are in brick and mortar companies, also people that maybe have businesses online. Let's talk about that. But before we do, though, tell us more about you.
You want to know more about me? I mean, I'm the girl behind the computer. Pretty simple. I'm an introvert with a strong set of extroverted skills, and I've been an entrepreneur for 17 years. I honestly, Jeremy, you're gonna get this before Facebook gets it. I have made no comments on the current state of the union and what's going on and everything, because the pandemic has not changed my daily routine a whole lot at all. We've got nothing but busier, and I don't leave my house. I mean, I speak on stages and I do travel quite a bit to speak and teach and train, but on a daily basis, I get Amazon to deliver my groceries and somebody comes and walks my dogs. So when this all happened, everybody's like, so how are you doing? And I'm like, the same I was doing last week. Still working.
Nice.
But what we've seen is that this has shaken businesses from a viewpoint and a stance that we've never seen before. You know, we've never gone through any sort of situation where what gets to happen when and where had to be controlled. And so it's shaking people up, and it's putting people into kind of this fear, panic, oh no mode. And honestly, one of the first things I want to say to every business, whether you're a brick and mortar, whether you're online, whether you're offline, but you're not a brick and mortar, where you're, I don't care what you do, stop freaking out.
Right.
Just stop. Yes, my heart goes out to everybody who's been affected by the COVID-19 virus and by the pandemic. I feel for the people who got separated from their families and their loved ones and their person from their spouses that have gotten split up, and kids and families, and that is terrible. And if you keep freaking out, this is going to last longer. So knock it off.
Right.
Now on to business. And the truth about business is that supply and demand still hasn't changed. People are uncertain because they're being asked to stay home. So stay home and work on the things you are certain on. It's really simple. There are a number of businesses that are affected by this, where aside from, reaching out to your current clients, having them buy services in advance, hair salons, massage parlors, place where you get facials, that kind of stuff is just completely closed down because you can't touch each other.
Right.
But there is no other business on this planet that cannot touch their ideal client in another way from a digital standpoint. So the truth is that you have access to your ideal clients. What are you willing to do to get where you want to go? You got me on a fiery day today.
I guess so.
I'm like, let's go. Just get to work. And it's possible. It's 100% possible, whether it is through selling or supporting or speaking or running a Zoom or creating the content that your ideal clients need right now. it is possible if you're willing to open your eyes and view this situation for what it is, a short-term situation.
Mm.
And in the short term, what are you going to do to show up as your best self, to be the best version of your company, to portray your company's mission statement and value statements, and really hold your ideal clients or ideal customers in a space that they need to be held in to support them with what's going on in their life right now. I mean, you guys, Petco did this. Petco did this beautifully. Now, does Petco affect I have dogs. Does Petco affect my personal well-being right now? No. I don't eat dog food. Does Petco's support affect how I choose or who I choose to buy from and how I choose to operate? Absolutely.
Right.
24 hours after the first lockdowns were announced, the CEO of Petco sent out an email with a 6-minute video in it saying, here's what we're doing for our employees. These are the small, minimal changes we're going to make. We know this is going to be, all the way across the United States. We're going to make changes to our teams now. We're going to make changes to our policies now. And if you need something, we've created a way for you to get all of your pets' needs because they are part of your family too. And they hired a bunch of people, but they opened up space in pickup delivery and an online space to buy. Now, say you're a new brick and mortar business. Let's pick a good product. Give me a fun product.
Ooh. I mean, I'm currently quarantined with my barber. That's
that. No, I mean like something you can purchase, not a service. Okay. Not fair. Service isn't fair. I can't fix that right now.
All right, let's do like men's clothing. I know you can buy men's clothing online, but a lot of people.
So say we had a boutique men's clothing store that is in downtown Los Angeles. Okay. And they've just been a brick and mortar. They had an informational website and social media accounts, but didn't necessarily have somebody running them. And there's nobody techie in their business. Mm. It will take you all of maybe 96 hours. And I'm talking from writing content to going live. It will take you 96 hours to get up a way for people to buy your things and you ship it to them. Mm. Now, what's in the gap is, what if I want it to look this way? Do you think anybody cares what it looks like? No. Your ideal client still wants to buy those nice men's scarves, a pashmina, and a pair of Dockers or dress shoes. I don't even know. We need some workout gear. Okay. I can spin on that one. But your ideal client does still want to buy from you. They also want to know that you're okay. They also want to know, what are you doing to be kind to your business, to take care of your employees? Like for you brick and mortars out there that you guys have payroll. If you have not been watching the updates, you get to watch them because they've already set up relief systems for your payroll and for your employees. If you can find a way to get them to work remotely, for the brick and mortars who don't have any online presence right now, I can almost guarantee you that if you have any sort of millennial staff, they know how to do some of this stuff. They can get it started. Why don't you shift? This is about shifting. Shift what you're focusing on to create an impact that will matter now. Instead of saying, well, my business runs barbers, massage therapists, the woman who does my facials, custom tanning, where people have to, dentists, they really can't. And some dentists are still operating. A lot of dentists are still operating because they have the medical procedures, but like people who touch your face and people who do tattoos, you guys are hurting. And you need to, if we take that one small sector, it's like 5% of the businesses in a city, and everybody supports them with, everybody in the city gives those businesses $5. They're not going to die and we won't lose them. And everybody else, like, do the hard work. Just shift.
Even like gift cards. Buy someone in your family gift cards for when everything sorts itself out.
The girl who does my hair, she messaged me. She goes, so I got a box today. And I said, yeah, I bet you anything. That's my shampoo, my conditioner. She's like, it's everything. Would you like me to deliver it? I said, I'll pick it up the next time I get my hair done. She goes, great. I said, I'm supposed to get my hair done next week. And seeing as you're rescheduling me, why don't you just go ahead and let me pay for my next service? Because I want to do a full cut, full color. And I added highlights, and I want her to put in the little feather thing. I want a feather. I was like, go ahead and do all that. I was like, I'm going to pay for it now. And she was like, why? And I was like, do you need to pay rent? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, we've been friends for 20 years. I'm the first person you should ask. And she was like, heard. I got it. This morning, after I got done with all my morning calls, her and I talked, and she was like, 3/4 of my clients paid up front.
Nice.
I sent out a message that said, if you can, please do. And I told them I'd give them preferential rescheduling. And I was like, there you go.
Nice.
Done. Create value.
Right.
And the truth is for those of you who do or don't know, like, we tried to do this live last week, and the internet had it out for me. It's so much funnier when the internet picks on a techie.
Yeah.
The internet came after us, and I was like, I mean, we logged very first launch. Like, this is going to define how you show up as a company in the marketplace for the next quarter of a century. Secondly, for those of you who have active clients and active offers, you're sitting on a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting on money. You have current and previous clients that already know, like, and trust you. Do you think they want to work with anybody else? No.
And
nobody wants to try to forge a new relationship if they can get the same value from a current relationship they're happy with. You guys are sitting on perfect people.
Well, and here's the thing is that what happens, especially if you're a service business, for example, when all this stuff straightens out, you're going to get bombarded, and you think that's good. The problem is, one, and I think we talked about this, some of the rules are probably going to change, so capacity issues might have shifted by the time that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you're going to get to the place where you're so swamped with those clients that you love the most, the ones that are, be there time after time. If you don't get them in, they have to go find somewhere else. And the moment that you let your customer go to your competition is the first step to lose them. Now, there's some people that just love you so much.
It's not even the first step. That's the last step to lose them. You won't get them back. It takes somewhere between 8 and 12 absolutely epic, not regular good experiences, epic experiences to erase one bad one in the service industry. I know, it's painful. It is painful. Everybody, all of the people that I'm clients of, the girl who does my nails, the girl who does my lashes, every single one of them got this same message from me. I'm sorry that this happened to you guys, and I know that you don't have a lot to do. Here are the 5 things that I'm going to require you to do to keep me as a client. And I'm the kind of client you want to keep because I have a really big mouth. I'm also on stages and on media and on social, and I do a lot of things, and I just have a big mouth. And they're like, what do you need from me? And I was like, I want you to be posting on social. I want you to be supporting each other. I want you to be sharing each other's posts. And I want you to be doing A, B, C, D, and E. And here are the 4 emails you're going to send out to your clients. Customize them. If you need my help, call me. Every one of them followed 2 hours worth of work. Sit down in front of a computer for 2 hours, got it done. And they have happy clients that have digital ways to get back on the schedule once the ban's lifted. And it's about creating trust, creating that relationship. So you guys, like, if you look at your business, and I'm gonna use my business as an example because was one of the reasons why we built this. But if you look at your current clients, like, how you stack your offers has to do with what order clients are going to get problems in. We all know this. We take tons of coaching programs on it. We sit through seminars and conferences, and webinars and master classes and workshops. And the truth is that what you create right now to solve your current client's problem, to staunch the bleeding and make them feel seen, heard, and understood, like they are cared for and important, and it's like loving, you love your clients. Like you have to make them feel cared for.
Right.
They get to be important, but what you do right now does not have to last forever. It needs to happen right now.
Mm. That's
so okay, well, I've got to get this and I've got to get that. Pick up the phone, call your previous clients. What hurts? What hurts right now? What can I help you with? How can I support you? And find out what's really going on in their life, in their businesses, with their families, with their dog training, whatever it is that you do, it's all the same. Mm. You need to find out what it is that your current clients need and serve them. Be it put together a $97 workshop, or let me give you all of my templates for $197, or how about I take your payments and I break them up every 2 weeks, so because money's coming in differently now. Like, what can you do to serve your clients, still be in service to their result? We don't let people slip, and still be in service to the bigger vision that this is so temporary. Like, what would that look like? Because solving the problem is, that's why we got into business. We got into business to solve a problem of sorts.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is, whether you are Gary Vee selling wine on Wine TV, or telling people that happiness and compassion is the main result to being happy. That man did both.
Yeah. In
the same decade, successfully.
Yeah.
And it was not because we had a good market. The world's going right. Yeah. Like, none of these things are changing how we're doing business. You still get to serve people at a higher level. So how does this relate? Jeremy, let's talk about how this relates to sales.
Let's do it.
So what do you think are the things that people have to shift in sales right now?
I feel like this interview just changed. Look at that. Well, I mean,
it usually does.
I mean, here's the thing: the mindset, first of all, because there's a lot of people saying, "I can't sell right now. People are hurting," and the reality is, you must sell right now because people are hurting. People need you. People need your support. If you have a product or service that can change someone's life, or change someone's business, or even help this much, go do it, because they need that right now more than ever. Don't sit back and go, I'm scared haters are gonna, I like, for example, I was doing an interview a couple weekends ago, and there's a photographer, and she had this idea that she would go and do what she called pandemic photos. So she'd go up to someone's house and say, look, we can set you up on your lawn. I just got to stay, 2 meters back, 12 feet back, whatever. Or I can come up and like take shots through your window of you in your workspace. Like, she's just trying to create some stuff, have some fun, and generate some income, right? And people started trolling on her, tearing her apart, and just, mouthing at her on Facebook. And she says, like, what do we do?
Oh,
I know, right? And I said, look, if they don't pay your bills, don't listen to what they have to say.
Nope.
Right?
Let's do some promo for her this week. Let's send out some of her share some of her Facebook posts. That's what I'm talking about. This is the important part. Your mindset around sales should not have changed.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
Selling, in my humble opinion, selling is easier now than it ever has been. People are in pain right now. They're like, this sucks. Can you make it stop? Yeah.
And
let me help you.
And that example, to come up with that creative thought, like, hey, let's go set up some furniture on your lawn and I'll take shots of you out there, or, I'll take the shots through the window. Like, that's pretty creative. Right. So,
porch photos. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And so, yeah. And I think it's awesome. But of course, now everybody is a keyboard warrior because everybody's at home. Everybody's got their 2 cents to share. Right. So, So that was really unfortunate. And so I want to, for you guys watching and listening, like, don't let those people that are worried about what's going on be the ones that stop you from building your business. You might need to change the way you deliver, right? You might need to
Ship.
ship the product instead of hand deliver it. You might need to do a curbside drop off or pickup scenario. But
You may have to go to a Zoom training versus an in-person meeting, or a a phone call with some follow-up collateral worksheets to supplement what somebody needs to get done if they're a visual learner or a tactile learner. But you guys know, if you started your business, you started solving this problem. And honestly, we've gotten lazy and we made it complicated. So stop making it hard. The internet gave us an infinite amount of possibility, and the technicality around it let us make it super complicated and get real lazy.
Right. It's crazy.
So it's as simple as stopping.
Yeah. So I've got some questions for you about businesses that is not so easy to keep doing business as. Okay. And so the messaging that I've been giving people, if they actually can't sell something right now. Like it is a hands-on scenario. My advice has been create some way to deliver value to your audience so that your brand is still associated with your message.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the examples I gave, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, go. Example.
So one of the examples that I gave is I was having a conversation with somebody about a company that they sell tours in Italy.
Oh.
Rough days. Yeah. And I thought, well, you know what? What if you could go and curate any virtual tours that are online right now, provide your audience, anyone that you've ever been in contact with, and put on social media, right? Come and experience this from the comfort of your home. The logo, the brand is there. You're still getting associated with the experience. Then as soon as the doors open up and the planes can fly again, then people are like, oh, I want to.
You will be the first person that they call. People are imprinting right now, you guys. For you business owners out there, take this to heart. People are imprinting right now. How you show up in your life on social media, in business, how you serve, how you be of support, how well you communicate, that you resonate with people, that you feel for them, that you're here to help them, not that, like, how you show up right now will affect your business for the next quarter of a century, because people will either remember you and stay away, or they will remember you and fall in love. One or the other. But like another business that, like, a really, really great example is like massage therapists. Mm-hmm. You guys, do you remember like the little trend where they would do a crowdfunding, and they would pre-sell something for like 8 months?
Oh yeah.
Yep. And you don't see a lot of that anymore. Most angel funding is pretty, like, right now, a lot of development's gotten a lot faster, but the truth is that physical products and deliverable services, because we used to pre-sell into them for months before we would start something. You already know how to do this. Call everybody on your client list and say, hey, I'm giving my massages 2 for 1 if you buy them today. Because I know that when you come out of this, you've been on your computers, you've been sitting at home. People are going to need to feel better. Your muscles are going to be sore, and I want to make sure that coming out of this, that you don't feel like it's a gouge to take care of yourself. So I'm slashing the price in half. And if you buy them, I'm going to add you to a list where twice a week I'm going to send out the DIY from home, self massages, like how to loosen up your shoulders with a tennis ball, or how to fix those leg cramps with a piece of, plastic pipe. Like, you can do this with stuff in your garage. Like, create something to serve people. Because massage therapists can't do anything right now, and I just created an entire business model. I want to find us a massage therapist, and let's get this. I want to see this roll.
Okay.
I bet you anything we can do 5 figures in a matter of days. We can close 10 grand in 48 hours easily.
All right. I will take someone in this stream. Well, we'll see who's watching. If you're a massage therapist watching this right now, comment in the stream.
Reach out to us. Comment on this. Comment on the stream, and reach out to us. Like, We'll help you get it online.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely down for that. If you feel stuck and you want to have a conversation, I'll talk to you. You guys, my company and personal cell phone number are public on Facebook. It is not hard to get a hold of me. It absolutely isn't. I opened up my calendar when the pandemic started for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and said, if somebody wants to chat, come have a virtual latte with me. You want to talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness? Great. You want to talk about art? Great. You need help with your business? Awesome. You choose to not ask for the right kind of support? I can't read your mind.
Right. That's awesome.
But you guys, it's so easy to shift even these brick and mortar businesses that are hard. You've got barbers and hairstylists, nail technicians, spas that, I mean, they were ordered to shut their doors. People who do experiences like the giant trampoline places and skydiving, like places where you take kids to roll around in those ball pits and climb up very dirty slides. Like, well, all of those places are closed. Like, they serve children. What could they do? They could send out 20-minute puppet videos that parents could set their kids down and watch it. They know we already know and trust and like this company. We buy things from them. I'd love to have my kids watch 30 minutes of fun puppet educational content. It's $27 a month. You get 35 minutes a day. We're going to go live. I'm talking about a play gym, grabbing a phone, a light.
Right.
These are $5 on Amazon. Grab a cell phone and a light and get on Facebook Live and say, $27 a month, I'm going to entertain your kids for 35 minutes a day. Do you know how many parents would give you $1,000 for that right now? Their children are driving them nuts. They're like, wait, you're home for 24 hours.
Yeah, the memes are like, parents are gonna figure this thing out before the doctors do, right?
Oh, they have to. They have to. I was raised by one of the most amazing parents, and I know amazing parents that are like, you know what? Like, I remember them being babies and being home, but like school starts and it changes something for a parent. And now they've got kids at home where they're either doing school online, which means every kid's got to be in a different room so that they can talk on a different computer, Zoo, or they're homeschooling and they're like, I didn't sign up to be a teacher. This is not what I went to school for. And they're stuck in the house with their kids who are rambunctious and want to go outside and play, and their spouse and the dog and everything else, and there's no toilet paper. Like, I don't know any parent that wouldn't give you $27 right now. I bet you we could find 5,000 parents to give you $27. You do 30 minutes of live every day.
I bet we could.
For the next 30 days.
We're just building businesses here, left, right.
10 grand.
Yeah.
No. It's 12.5. My bad. That's $12,500.
Boom. So
to do something for 30 minutes a day.
So you have something that you want to give to people that actually can help them with this, right?
I do. So for all of you guys, like, we sat down and kind of, I'm known for being one of the most interconnected people with my clients. I also built a $500,000 company with no website. Yes, I am a tech company. No, we did not have a website. No website, no logos, no nothing set up. And it was 100% referral and engagement sales based. So someone would refer somebody to me, I would talk to them, I would sell them, and then on the backside, I would engage with what was going on next for them, and I would resell them into whatever they needed next. I turned $500,000 with less than 100 clients.
Wow. That's huge.
So it really isn't that hard. It's about identifying where people really at and what part of my genius can I give you to serve you right now? It's not about solving the whole problem. Stay in your lane, be in service. So my team took apart my whole process. They sat down, they listened to piles of sales calls. They followed me. We went back and forth on copy, and we put together how it is that I actually resell and engage sell my clients. So we put together some templates, some examples. Please watch the email that this comes in and the email sequence that this comes in. That is a big hint. The sequence itself is part of the whole package. But we put together all of the worksheets, all of the little forms that my team fills out, and all the actual questions that I've been asking my clients for over 7 years now to sell them into solving their next problem. I have clients that have been with me for over a decade and have just kept growing and kept building and kept doing all sorts of different things. And you guys, I've switched industries. So if my clients stay with me while I switch industries, I think it doesn't fail. It just doesn't fail. Like you just have to identify what's really going on for people. So we put it together in a field guide. It is an interactive workbook. You also get some emails and some examples. If you need more help or more support, you don't get it, you want to talk to me, great. In the bottom of that very first email in the PS, it says, hey, would you like to have a virtual latte? This is not a sales call. This is what do you need from me? I committed to opening my calendar for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week until this is over. So if you want to talk to me, I'm here. Pretty simple. But let me help you get where you need to go, because this is, you will never have this kind of captured time ever again. Probably not in your lifetime.
So they can go and get the guide at engagetosold.com.
Correct.
All right. Put that out into the world too. Boom.
I love it.
Awesome. So, Heather, the last thing that I want to ask you is, what if people watching this, or if they're just tuning now, let's say there's one thing that you want them to take away. We talked about a lot of things, and